gives me great pleasure to be here among you all and give this talk. Let me tell you about the parachute battalion. What is the para regiment? What is it that makes a commando mindset? Going back to history, let me tell you about two beautiful stories. I'll tell you the story of David Stirling. David Stirling, 1942, was a lieutenant in the British Army stationed at Cairo. He had an idea, a unique idea. He said, why not attack the enemy by parachuting down from an aircraft instead of traveling, on foot, in armored cars, in all other kinds of vehicles to reach the enemy. And simply parachute down into enemy territory, create havoc by blowing up their ammo dumps, and then come back, if at all. This was his great idea, 1942, World War II. So what did he do? He knew that if he goes via the regular channels, this idea is never going to be implemented. So he went, and at that time he was on crutches because he had a minor accident. He went on crutches, he jumped over the wall and stormed it by illegally into the army commander's office. General Ritchie heard him and he said, this man is not a madman. There is some sense in what he says. And lo, the first SAS battalion, Special Air Service, the commando unit of the British Army was born. And out of the box, unconventional methodology is one of the hallmarks of commando training, commando warfare, and commando operations. Let me tell you the second incident, Battle of Mirbat. Now, in Mirbat, Oman, there were Yemenis guerrillas, who were causing a lot of havoc. So there was a 9-member SAS team. In fact, there was a whole SAS battalion stationed there. British Army helping out, Omanis. And they had left, and only 9 of them were stationed at Mirbat, and they were about to leave when 400 rebels or guerrillas attacked them. 300 to 400. Now, 400 versus 9. But these 9 commandos, the way they have demonstrated their ability to fight, you see, they first understood that they were in a soup. Just a few, a short distance away, there was a fort. And that fort had a artillery gun, a big gun like a cannon, 25-pounder. So Captain Mike Kelly ran all the way till the cannon. And he started firing artillery shells onto the enemy. When he couldn't perform his duty, Sekona, there was another trooper called Sekona, he went there and he started, holding the enemy back, 400 holding back with artillery cannon shells. Sekona got wounded in his stomach and he couldn't move. Yet he continued till finally the third man came, and one by one they held the enemy at bay from 6:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. And following that, reinforcements came. So commando is optimum performance, force multiplication of force, small number of team performing the job of a large membered. So this is the story of Battle of Mirbat. Let me tell you the story of, you may have seen the movie Black Hawk Down. Now, Black Hawk Down, you see American Special Forces Rangers, supposedly the best in the world, went to assassinate a drug lord. And what happened is they went on choppers called Black Hawks, and the choppers were shot down. And the choppers landed down and they were surrounded by 1,200 rebels. And now, instead of executing a mission, they were surviving. So it was one of the greatest flops of all time. But as a primary goal, they failed. But as a survival, mission, it was extraordinary. So lessons are to be learned from every failure. Do not let a failure deter you. You have to learn your lessons from every failure. That's very, very important. Finally, the most important thing about the commando ideology or the commando mindset is, if you take our para battalion, their slogan is Balidan. Balidan is sacrifice. Supreme sacrifice. What people do not understand is that it is our job to ensure that the enemy lays down his life for his country and not lay down our lives. So Balidan is about ensuring that your enemy gives Balidan for his soil. And that is the greatest of all qualities. Thank you. Jai Hind.